Hi everyone, welcome to Summit Series 3. If you haven't watched my previous video, which was on Himalayas, I will tag it below. But in this video, I have chosen to describe Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is a natural wonder, and it's also a sacred place that has drawn many pilgrims and inspired artists and poets alike for many generations. This mountain is for all seasons. Yes, singularly the most beautiful when viewed from any angle. But to climb to its snow-capped summit in spring and gaze down at the plum and cherry trees that blossoms at its foot is said to surpass any experience of Fuji's grandeur. The mountain stands at 12,388 feet, and it looms large in more than just a country's landscape. It has provided inspiration for poets and artists for more than 1200 years. In addition, it holds a special place in the country's official religion, Shinto, and is also significant to Buddhists who believe that the path encircling the mountain, that's about 8,200 feet, marks the gateway to another world. Fuji is the holiest mountain in Japan and has been accorded that status for centuries. It was first worshipped by the Aboriginal Ainu people. They still live, and most of them northernly in Hokkaido, who bestowed the name of their fire goddess Fuji on the mountain. The Japanese continued to venerate Fuji and retain Ainu's name. According to the Shinto belief, higher spirits, sometimes they call the kami gods, exist in all works of nature, but mountains are deemed particularly sacred. Fuji, as the highest and most beautiful mountain in the country, is especially revered. It is worshipped as the home of gods, the symbolic link between mysteries of heaven and the realities of earth. Below the summit, there is a Shinto shrine which is about 2000 years old. Particularly during the intense volcanic activity during which the emperor ordered it to be built in an attempt to appease the gods. Even as late as the end of the World War II, many Japanese considered it their sacred duty to climb the mountain. Eyewitness reports from the last century describes thousands of faithful dressed in white tunics, sandals and straw hats ascending one of the 6 paths to summit. The pathways were often littered with cast-off sandals, which were so flimsy that several pairs might be needed to complete the 9-hour trek. Today, an estimated 400,000 people, mostly Japanese tourists, climb Fuji every year, the vast majority during the months of July and August when the snow relinquishes its grip on the summit. A little bit on the landscape. If you look from the top, the sides of the mountain slope away at an angle of 45 degrees. Then they'll level out before reaching the ground. Therefore, the Fuji traces almost perfectly a circle of 126 kilometers in circumference. In an arc around the northern slopes of the mountain are the 5 lakes. In spring, when the fruit trees bloom, this area is like riot of colors. Likewise, in autumn, when part of the primeval forest around the lakes flames into brilliant reds, then myriad shades of brown. Many of the best views of Fuji itself can be had from these interconnecting lakes, whose still waters perfectly reflect the mountain's natural symmetry. Like Fuji, the mountain, the lakes are also volcanic in origin. Now from the top, if you look at the eye of the crater measures about 1,659 feet across, but about 660 feet deep. It has been compared to a lotus flower since it is ringed by 8 crests, known as Yaksudo Fuyo, the 8 petals of Fuji. According to Japanese Buddhist tradition, the mountain appeared roughly about 286 BC when the ground opened to form the biggest lake in Japan, which is known as Bawa. Fuji mountain was made from the displaced earth. The legend is not without foundation, as we know tectonic fault lines along which are situated many mountain ranges and lakes. The island of Honshu sits astride the major fault line where 25 volcanic cones are clustered. The largest of these is Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji dates back some 10,000 years, not 2,300 years as claimed in Buddhist legend. History tells us that there has been intense volcanic activity. Some 300,000 years ago, the volcanic eruption spewing lava from Earth's core, outpouring from several cones, have helped to fashion Fuji's Prussian shape by building up alternate layers of solidified lava and a conglomerate composed of cinder, ash, and lava. These layers reflect the sequence in which a volcano erupts. Huge volumes of molten lava spread out evenly over the mountain slopes. Violent explosions then follow, in which clouds of cinder, ash, and lava pellets are ejected high into the air before falling to cloak the slopes. Now let me conclude. The first recorded eruption of Fuji was somewhere 800 ACE, the year. The latest eruption was in 1707, when the city of Edo, modern day Tokyo, 60 miles away, was covered in dense layer of cinders and ash. The unique place that Fuji holds in the Japanese consciousness and the romanticism that surrounds the mountain may be due to the knowledge that its beauty might not endure. Tradition holds that it was born overnight. It may one day perish as suddenly in a ball of fire. I hope you enjoy this video. Mount Fuji is a very short video. I thought of discuss about a mountain that is considered or revered as kami, that's God in Japanese culture. Please share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and like the video. And I always appreciate your participation in YouTube. Thank you. Bye.